See that, lads? No electricity for the day. But you also see meals and everything are prepped. Got Dan Stanley here. The Stanley is a nice little thing, isn't it? It is very nice. I don't have one myself. I wouldn't maybe personally spend the money. But it's been a game changer for Dan starting to drink more water, lads. It really, really has. I just have my bottles that I refill the whole time. I think what we saw this week with clients doing catch-up calls is your routine is the most important thing. And your time management, your structure of your whole day-to-day is the most important thing when it comes down to getting everything done and actually seeing true progress and getting true results out of what you're trying to do on a daily basis, paired up with the perfect plan between your training, your nutrition, your cardio and everything like that. And we had a lot of calls done so far this week, a lot of calls for the rest of the week, which we do every single month with every single client, which is really, really important, having that face-to-face time to go through everything that we're currently doing. We have the check-ins every single week, which obviously are, you know, the most important part. Obviously they're checking in with their photos and everything like that. But those calls for us allow us to like dive that little bit deeper in. And the biggest thing this week, and it's what made me think of talking about right now, is looking at your day-to-day setup and how I can get everything out of it. So I can have this plan and I can go through my day-to-day. I can see results every single week, which is going to have motivation at an all-time high, lads. And I can actually enjoy it, because why not? We might as well be enjoying what we're doing on a daily basis and seeing results at the same time. In the summer, you know yourself, we might as well be getting the most out of it. And that thing was just looking at your routine as a whole, looking at your time management, also being a very, very big part of it. And I want to just, you know, give my thoughts around it more than anything as I make my couple of pre-workout drinks as well, so you might as well make them with me. We've had a really good morning so far. I've got the laptop here beside me. I don't have any bloody Wi-Fi, don't have any bloody electricity, but we only had 30 minutes cardio to do this morning, which was a blessing today, because I do have pull and hamstrings to go and train very, very soon with Danielle. So we're going to go and train that very, very soon. Check-ins are wrapped up for the day. I am going to be training like I did the last couple of times, a little bit later. My training schedule has kind of moved back a little bit. I do obviously train after a meal as well, which I've yet to have. It's gone 12 o'clock, but we'll get the pre-workout meal in together and have a good session today. As I said, the training for me is super, super important over the next couple of weeks, and just having that set up right, having it as a very important part of my day. But work has to be a big portion of that as well. So check-ins are wrapped up and just getting a few bits and bobs done here now as well. I am very cold in myself, but I'm making the pre-workout drinks, so I said you can come along with me. And I think it's just the organisation of your day-to-day which is going to be vital for you, you know. And like I've shown a couple of the lads on the calls yesterday evening, my book, I have my diary. Everything is written down there that needs to be done every single day. And without that, for me personally, stuff just wouldn't get done, you know, and I'd just be more stressed. I'd be behind on myself. I wouldn't be ticking the boxes that need to be ticked every single day. And it just gets like frustrating more than anything. Also, these Perform shakers are super nice shakers. That's when you order off My Core at the moment, they have deals every once in a while. When you order a Perform tub of protein, you get a free shaker. Oh, it's the little things, isn't it? It is the little things. So I actually have 2 of them now, which will probably turn into more over the next while. But I'm making my pre-workout, which will be, I'm not 100% sure what's over there. I think there's a tub out the back. Set up your day, right, so you can get the most out of it. Like, a big thing for me was chatting to one of the lads yesterday. I was like, he's stuck in work from 8 in the morning till 6 o'clock a lot of the days, which is a long day. I was like, right lad, you're going to get the most out of your day here. You're getting paid the exact same amount of money every single day to do what you need to do on a daily basis, right? You're going to get done as much as you can. You're going to get as many boxes you ticked as you need to get ticked every single day to get done what you can get done in work, right? So that was coming down to talking to him about like steps and stuff like that, which was the big thing, because he was struggling to get his steps in. And now we look at his schedule, lo and behold, he's going to have a lot easier time getting his steps done on a daily basis. Because I was like, right, we're going to have time slots here, like between meals and everything like that. You're going to get your steps done. All these little things. I think it's just looking at your whole day to day, so you can set it up to make life as easy as possible for you. So you're ticking those boxes every single day. That's just an example there for argument's sake. So looking at his day from the minute he wakes up in the morning to make sure he's utilising every hour that he has. So when he comes home at night, like, he has that time there in the evening to just have potentially an hour on the days that he can to just wind down and actually just have some chill time. Because that will be sustainable for him, okay? Like, he's pushing hard now, he's prepping for Ibiza. In the next number of weeks, he's going to be going to Ibiza. He wants to, like, go to Ibiza in the best shape he possibly can. And it's all in well me saying, look, we need to pull food down here, we need to put more cardio in here. But he needs to be making sure that he's nailing everything on the plan that I currently have set up for him. And that's what it's all about, is like, okay, I need to nail everything here first and foremost. That's the biggest thing when it comes to a plan, lads. You often are not getting the most out of your current setup, and then you're like, oh, I need to be doing more cardio. Right, I need to get the most out of this amount of cardio that I'm doing first, all right, and manage everything a lot more better every single day. So now he can come home, he has his steps done for the day. He's not worried about getting that last 3,000 steps done when he could be sitting on the couch enjoying himself with his last meal. We were looking at his nutrition plan over the last couple of weeks. We were like, this isn't really sustainable. You're coming home, you're eating a couple of meals when you're coming home from the gym so late in the evening time. You should realistically just be eating one meal. Right, we changed the structure of his food. Right, these are all the things that, you know, we look at within coaching, and it's where communication becomes so important between coach and client. To set up your day to maximize it for yourself. Your day is not going to look the same as mine. My day is not going to look the same as yours. You know, it's to set the day up to suit you as best as possible. And sometimes that will, you know, a lot of people would say at the end of the week, just you sitting down and thinking, this is the way my week is going to look. It's not always going to go exactly to plan, but right, this is when I'm here, this is when I'm there, and that's the importance for me for the diary. You could also look at things like Google Calendar. For me, my phone is stacked out with the calendar and then my reminders, so things will pop up. I'll be like, okay, that's getting done now, that's getting done now. And you start to notice the momentum builds, okay, and you're just building that into your daily routine, and it's habit building every single week. Another one of the lads, for example, there works super busy, stressful, as you always hear, you know, project management job, and some projects aren't going the best at the moment, right? Which means stress levels are high. Right, we're coming in there, we're looking at our nutrition plan. What we were doing, you know, when he was at home more, right, was sustainable then, but right now it's not that sustainable. So looking at ways, right, where we can change the meal plan around. You're going to be getting, you know, your lunch, your dinner, potentially a lot of the time from places, from shops. Okay, how can we be smart here that we can continue moving forward? All right, it's all about how we can continue moving forward with the situation that we're currently dealing with, you know, that kind of way. And a big thing there is just taking a look like from back, and a lot of the time it's someone else taking a look from the outside in. All right, that's what I say to the lads when I'm getting them to send me full day of eatings. You know, they could be doing something with a certain meal every day. It could be just something to do with a sauce. It could be just something to do that they're not even thinking about, but it's slowing down our rate of progress. Whereas I see that and I'm like, right, but we need to change this. They change that, bang, another kilo has dropped. We didn't make any changes to food. We didn't make any changes to his cardio, his steps. We just changed that, which was meant to be something we were doing, but we didn't realize it. You know, all these small little things, all these little things add up at the end of the day. And it's just for us to get the very most out of it, you know. So look at your day as a whole and think, if things aren't moving quite where they need to be right now, you know, and I'm getting stressed about it, I'm getting to the end of the day, and I have this list of things that my coach is getting me to do or I've set up for myself that aren't getting done. Right, I need to look at my day here and think, right, when can I slot in here a couple of steps? When am I going to get my cardio done? Right, I'm training at this hour. This is when my meals are going to get done. And, you know, for a lot of people who work office jobs, just say 9 to 5 jobs or whoever it might be, again, a lot of people are working from home, you know, over the last couple of years as well. But, you know, you have your slots there for when you get your breaks, when you get your lunch, when you clock in, when you clock out. Just start, like, setting up your day all around this, you know what I mean? So you can look at your day and think, right, I'm on it here. And there's no better feeling than being on top of things. And you take that momentum through when you are ticking those boxes every single week. You're going to see results coming through a lot quicker. which is going to keep enjoyment a lot higher. It's going to keep sustainability, for the most part, a lot higher because you're getting a return on it. It's going to keep your adherence a lot higher as well because you're seeing results from the work they're putting in every single week in the gym, outside of the gym. So take a look at your day, for example. You know, from the minute you wake up, am I getting done what needs to get done at the end of the day? And if you're not, start right back at the start. Okay, potentially at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, depending on how busy you are, depending on what needs to get done, depending on what your day looks like. Okay, what can I get done here? All right, and everyone's day is going to look different. But for me, you know, the way my day is set up, just let's use my day for example. Up 6 o'clock in the morning, all right, I'm getting my bits done, like mobility, all that kind of shit at the moment. Let's just say for you, it might be your cardio. Okay, I'm just getting cardio done. Or for one of the lads here, we looked at, right, we're getting up 20 minutes earlier, bud, for us to go out for a 15-minute walk here to get our first couple of thousand steps boxed off because you're not able to get them done with the busyness of the day. So that is just built into his routine now. Extra 15 minutes early out of bed, which right now, lads, in the middle of summer is not that hard to do. Okay? And it just means that he's ahead of himself. He's getting daylight exposure. He's starting the day fresh. You know, he's starting the day like a little bit stress levels lower because he's, you know, not as rushed. He's coming home. He's ahead of himself. All right? He's having his breakfast. He's heading out the door. He's going to work. All right? He's ahead of himself already, you know, and you know the way I'm getting at here. Then he's again in for his break at 10 o'clock, just say. All right, he's having his next meal. Okay, next meal is done. Then he's going for a digestion walk. He's getting another 1,000 steps done. Bang, bang, bang. Vice versa. Same thing goes then for his lunch. All right, then he's into his training session after the gym. He's got all his stuff with him from work. Then he's home from his training session. He's got his training done, his cardio done. His steps are done for the day because he has slotted them in throughout the day. He'll be moving around the kitchen, cleaning up and everything. He's going to get his steps wrapped up. Then he all of a sudden, because all that stuff is done, he has that hour in the evening to actually just have the balance. Just have the balance of life, okay? You might have kids, you know, you're like, oh, gee, you know, how am I balancing all this, because I'm having to do all this. It's just coming down to our routine at the end of the day. Routine is going to be the be all and end all for you to get the most out of and actually see results in the plan that you have right now. Simple as, you know what I mean? I know I'm getting stuck on tangents, but why do I have 2 shakers, you may ask? One of them is for my hydration drink. I've been doing hydration on the way to the gym, to be fair, over the last number of sessions, just for enjoyment more than anything. I'm going to put ice in the shakers. It's absolutely unreal, lads. Ice in both the shakers. I'll do my hydration. I'll drink that on the way to the gym. It's just like gives me a little bit more oomph, to be fair. As I get closer to the gym, I'm drinking the pre-workout then. You know, that kind of way. So it's just like it's just more like kind of mentality kind of things there for me over the next while. Like that's only something I started doing yesterday. I was like, I didn't have my hydration earlier because I said I'd save it for pre-workout, see if it has any effect. So I had that ice in the shaker, beautiful pre-workout ice in the shaker also. If ice isn't something you can do, like if you could leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours, lads, it just tastes way nicer. For me at this point in prep, just those small little bits of enjoyment are nice. You know, like the training window for me is an important part of my day right now, which is a big thing. So I make the 2 pre-workouts. I'll make them in a few minutes. I'm just waiting. I have everything prepped, waiting for Dan to get home from getting her lovely little nails done, lad. You know the women. Today, Tuesday, is the day that Dan works from home, so we're getting our session done together, which is going to be really nice. Again, just makes life easier for me that little bit more. Also, Dan is like locked in now for the summer diet, lads. All right, I've got 2 meals here. Obviously, I had to prep the meals pretty much for most of the day. This morning because the power's out and can't make meals on demand, which is grand. Obviously not that nice, you know what I mean? As hunger picks up, I'm actually very, very hungry for the pre-workout meal myself right now. Someone just beeped, that's somewhere else. That's not the nicest thing, but this is the reality of it, you know? Again, takes us back there, lads. My meals are prepped for the day. Stress levels are lower. This was done first thing this morning after my cardio. Just got it done out the way. and I'm on it with my food for the day. My food is nailed. It's another box ticked. Okay, Dan's got her mince and pasta. I've got my chicken and rice, my mince and salad. Cream of rice is in the fridge, staying cold probably for a few minutes, but it's probably not going to be that cold, and we're good to go. You know, like, we're on the ball, and prep has obviously done, you know, huge things for me, which again, for not only just life as a whole, for my head, for obviously the physicality side of things, obviously not the best, in the best spot right now in terms of like letting body fat come down as low as possible. We're also 70 kilo on the scales this morning. This is like a random ass video, but you know what I mean. But in terms of just like bang, 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 that's what prep does to you. Same for like a fat loss phase for anyone, you know what I mean? Like a fat loss phase does tend to just bring productivity out a lot more, and for me it's going to just be carrying that through into the reverse, into the gainer phase, so that I can uphold everything that I'm trying to do, you know, when it comes to life, when it comes to business, everything across the board. But that leaves us there. That leaves us there as of Tuesday morning. We're 70 kilo on the scales. That is the lightest I have been. We're very close to dipping into the 60s. My predictions back at the start of prep, lads, were not far off. We're probably going to be lighter than we potentially thought, which is absolutely crazy. Which is absolutely crazy, isn't it? Let me know if you're enjoying the videos. That's the beauty of the YouTube right now, is just I can just get all my thoughts out on here. You know, there's no cut-off point. Can talk for as long as we want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do let me know if there's anything specific you want me to go through, talk about over the next number of weeks, lads. There's going to be lots of full days of eatings. Was that full day of eating the other day any good? Let me know. Let me know. There's going to be plenty of them coming between digging down now over the next number of days. Potentially some nice refeeds. Probably not that many of them. And then we're going to be into like peak week. Like peak week is going to be fun. Interesting. Like my first ever like proper peak week. That sounds crazy to say, but it's only around the corner. It really is only around the corner. My God. Drop the video a like, comment down below if there is anything you want to see, lads. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do you think we can hit 1,500 subscribers before the first show? It's a huge ask. It's a huge ask, but if you made it this far in the video and you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Please, I really do appreciate it. Anyone who is subscribed on here, you might only have subscribed right now. You might have subscribed last week, or you might be here since the day one, the OGs. I really do appreciate it, because it's given me a lot, this prep. It's given my accountability a lot, and it's carried us through a lot of this prep, I want to say as well. I'll see you tomorrow.